you to type one thing that you would immediately wear, do, or claim tomorrow if you woke up with absolute unconditional permission to be seen. So there are no wrong answers or judgment. And I want you to think of the first thing that comes to mind. So it's something that you would either do, wear, or claim tomorrow if you had permission to be fully seen. So go ahead and take a few minutes and drop those in the chat. And I want you to remember what you wrote because we will revisit that later in the presentation. So take a few minutes to drop it in the chat. And I can't see the chat. So if somebody can maybe call out a few things that are being dropped in the chat, please.
They haven't. They're still thinking, I believe. I
Okay.
don't see anything in the chat, but
Okay.
we'll let you know.
Okay.
Oh,
Thank
here we
you.
go. I know that's right. Tracy said confidently a bikini. Okay, girl.
Right. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay, Miss Janet said, okay, a swimsuit without a wrap. Okay, we need to go to the beach.
We need to go
Commission
to the
Grant
beach.
Experience Beach Trip.
Okay.
That's what I see so far, sis. Dorcas said, I'm not sure just yet. And then Coretta said swimsuit.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing, ladies. So our first truth is to own your
I'm
space.
sorry, sis. It's coming in.
Okay, no,
It's
you're fine. Keep you can keep you they can keep coming. I just want you to remember those because we're gonna come back to those
okay.
further
So
down.
you gonna let me know?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you. So our first truth is to own your space. So our bodies are vessels for impact, not an ornament on display for public approval. And so society has conditioned us to look at our physical frames as a decoration on display or ornament meant for approval from them. So we look at a label, we look at scales to see if we have earned the right to belong. And we spend so much time overthinking, monitoring our profiles, and looking at our reflections from the neck up. But the truth is, a simple act of come home to your body. Because you can't comfortably love a home that you never actually live in. And again, we've been conditioned not to live in our bodies, but to critique our bodies. So the first step in changing this mentality is really to think about how you see your body. Our bodies are highly functioning vehicles that are engineered for purpose, not for decoration. So our legs carry our ambition, our voices command the rooms that we step into. So once we shift from aesthetic performance, that means you're going to recognize your worth is a permanent fixed work of art. So no matter if you change any of the physical dimensions, they don't subtract an ounce of the value of who you are today. So you have immediate permission to occupy your full, full footprint. Our second truth is what we call quieting the ghostwriter, or what we call the inner critic. So when you stand in front of your closet every morning critiquing yourself, you aren't using your own voice. You are reading from a script that we inherit from diet marketing. We call it diet culture. So diet culture tells you what you can and can't eat, what are good and bad foods. You also are hearing scripts from media conditioning. So the media, from social media to marketing to books to everything that you see that has conditioned our brains to see beauty only one way. And the last one is old comments and old tapes that we replay in our heads. And that's from our family, comments from our friends, or even our own childhood experiences. And these are all the things collectively that help us write our inner critic narratives. And here's the science of why that narrative is so loud. Our brains possess our hardwired evolutionary mechanism called negativity bias. And some of you who are therapists on this call can adjust to that. So, said another way, biologically, our brains are default programmed to scan our environments and our reflection for flaws, for threats, and imperfections just to keep us safe. So your self critique is literally your self critique is an unmanaged biological default pattern. And so to reclaim your mind means literally a manual override. And to do that, we have to establish what I have kind of coined as traffic light boundaries. So when you hit a red light, you hit the brakes. So red light is the second you start examples of picking your shape apart or comparing yourself to someone that you saw on the socials or allowing people to body shame you. So you remember the red lights, we have to outsmart our hardwired evolutionary negativity bias. And you have, because you have to evict those old scripts, and then you replace them for what I call green lights, because green lights are what I say they protect your peace. So example of green lights are maybe unfollowing social accounts that make you want to compare yourself. Green lights are exercising to move your body versus punishment just because you ate ice cream. Another example of green lights are speaking affirmations when your inner critic is being loud. So when you choose to enforce these boundaries, we stop relying on societal expectations to validate us. And you have to remember that you are the sovereign ruler of your body, and you decide what you allow inside to protect your peace. And then our third truth is you are the ultimate beauty standard. And this is the ultimate destination, right? And the beauty and the wellness industries, they rely on a very brilliant business model. They intentionally move the goalpost every single decade so you stay trapped spending money and trying to solve an artificial problem. In the 90s, it was a look. In the 2000s, it was another. And in 2026, is something entirely different. And when you take your internal body authority back, you step out of that performance trap. So I want everybody to take a moment and look at the inside of your hands right here. Your DNA is completely uniquely distinct. You are a standalone masterpiece, and you're not supposed to look like anything else. Contrary to what the culture tries to push on us, you're not supposed to look like anyone else. You're not a problem to be solved. You're a woman to be celebrated, and your worth and value have no weight limits. So, I'm going to wrap up these three truths real fast one last time. First one, own your space. Quiet the ghost. Second one is quiet the ghostwriter, and the third one is remember that you are the standard. True body confidence is not some elusive temporary mode that you hope to randomly wake up one day on a good mirror day. It becomes a permanent reality day by day and choice by choice when you consistently rewire your brain. So before I wrap up, I want us to flood the chat with this intentional declaration. And it says, I grant myself permission to take up space exactly as I am. So I want you to flood the chat with that right now. I grant myself permission to take up space exactly as I am. I'm going to give you some time to put that in the chat. I grant myself permission to take up space exactly as I am. And it's not when you lose a few pounds or not when you change your look, it's right now. Because, and remember that first question that I asked you to put in, what would you do different if you have the full confidence where you're granting yourself permission now to take up space exactly as you are. And permission has been granted to do exactly what you've been holding off on. And then, excuse me, last but not least, I do have, sorry, I don't know why my throat got dry. But last but not least, I want to share something to help you anchor your truths today. If you scan the QR code, you have immediate access to a 5-day body confidence starter kit. And it's really 5 affirmations to help you manually override that inner critic. Remember, we have to rewire our brains daily. So you hold up the phone to the screen, you can scan the QR code. And you can start these affirmations today, or you can start them first thing in the morning. But I empower you to choose a consistent time or every day and do them every day at the same time. And I want you to, as you go through it, send me some ahas of your journey and things that we can talk through that I can help you with together. So you download 5 affirmations and or wallpapers for your phone. You can follow me on 79 Rose. I'm on all social platforms. And you can go to 79rose.com also for additional resources or for body positivity or for us to work together. And I'm on all social platforms except for TikTok. I did not go on TikTok. But in closing, I want you to think, I want you to stop waiting. I want you to stop shrinking. Your permission isn't pending, it is already granted. Thank you and stay beautiful as you exactly are right now.
Well, all right, all right, all right. So we do not have any dots, right? Nothing is pending. You know how when you write in the text and you can see the little dots, she say, ain't no dots. Nothing is pending. It has already been granted, which is right in sync with what Angela said, as well as what Jan said. Miss Latoya just said it differently. What they said was, you are already who God called you to be. Same thing, same sentiment. It's already there. You're not waiting for anything. It's waiting for you to just show up and take control of it. So thank you so much for that. I for one, I